Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Paralympic Training Centre in São Paulo, Brazil, where in just a few moments we will be getting underway with Brazil and Japan. It's the gold medal game, the final of the 2023 International Blind Sports Federation World Grand Prix. Japan just pulled off the biggest upset of the community, shocking the blind football community. Upset of the competition, shocking the blind football community by getting past Argentina, the top-ranked IBSA team, and South American champs in the semis in a penalty shootout after a 2-2 draw. Can they pull off another upset? Well, ahead of them are Brazil, who have the home field advantage. They have the Brazilians, the Brasileiros, in their favor, and the Paralympic Training Center here in São Paulo, Brazil, is bustling and buzzing. Slowly but surely, the fans are making their way inside, and here they are. This is what we call in Brazil the Movimento Verde Amarelo, the green and yellow movement. It's a fan base that follows and supports Brazilian athletes regardless of the sport, whenever and wherever they play. And in around 10 minutes, they will be facing Japan for the gold medal, for the title, for the trophy of the IBSA Blind Football World Grand Prix, held in South America for the very first time since the tournament was played back in 2018. Listen to this place. Listen to the Paralympic Center right now, where the instruments and the drums are going, the fans making their presence very much known, and their voices heard. Brazil, who won every single match so far. We're talking about 12 goals scored and just one conceded. The best attack and the best defense of the tournament. In the semis, they demolished the French 4-1 to reach the final. So high hopes for this one as the IBSA Blind Football World Grand Prix returns for day 5, the last day, unfortunately, here in São Paulo, Brazil. Fun fact, Brazil, you see there the Brazilian squad, have faced Japan 7 times in blind football history, with 7 wins, 32 goals scored, and just 1 conceded. Both teams have also faced each other in one final, all the way back in 2013 for the Saitama Cup in Japan. Brazil won the match 2-1, and that was the only goal scored by Japan on Brazil in history. The Japanese looking to change that history tonight. There's the Japanese squad, led by the starting goalkeeper, Daisuke Sato. So both squads are about to take center stage for the national anthems, for the coin toss, and we are also going to be presenting the lineups in just a few moments. The fans once again in attendance, bearing green and yellow, Brazil's national colors. The fans making their presence known, making their voices heard. Listen to the Paralympic Training Center right now. Listen to this place. Buzzing in excitement. The atmosphere is amazing. The energy is amazing. Can Japan handle this pressure? Japan and Brazil taking center stage. Brazil on the right-hand side of your screen in their traditional colors. Yellow jersey, blue shorts, blue socks. Japan on the other side in all white. And in the background, the Brasileiros, the fans, rooting for Brazil, rooting for the 5-time Paralympic and world champs. Now time for the national anthems, kicking off with Japan. through with the Japanese national anthem. It's now time for Brazil's. Let's appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. The Brazilian national anthem ringing loud and clear inside the Paralympic Training Centre in Brazil, where the final, the gold medal match, is about to be played. Let's get to the lineups right now, beginning with the Japanese side. Daisuke Sato, the goalkeeper, with the number 1. Roberto Sasaki, the Brazilian-Japanese defender, with the number 3. Taichi Hirabayashi with the number 6. Masaki Goto with the number 8, and Ryo Kawamura with the number 10 are the Japanese starters, with Kenya Izumi, the number 15, the backup goalkeeper, Akihito Tanaka with the number 7, Kento Tori with the number 11, Kaito Niwa with the number 12, and Futo Nagamori with the number 16 as the players on the bench. Japan, led by head coach Eiji Nakagawa and their guide Tomohito Uebayashi. The announcer now going through the names before we get underway with the Brazilian lineup. This is Brazil's lineup. Luan is the starting goalkeeper with the number 1. Michael wears the number 4. Nonato, the top scorer of the competition with 6 goals, wears the number 8. Thiago Silva, starting player as well, with the number 9, alongside Jardiel, with 2 goals to his name in the tournament, wearing the number 11. Those are the starting players for the Brasileiros. Mateus Costa with the number 12, the backup goalkeeper, alongside Cássio Reis with the number 5, Aleph with the number 6, Jonathan with the number 7, and Anael with the number 10. Those are the reserve players for the Brazilian men's blind football team of Brazil, led by head coach Fábio Vasconcelos and guide Edson Júnior. The referee is Tom De Bruyne from Belgium, assisted by Mexico's Alfredo Martinez, the announcer, going through the Brazilian names. These guys right here are the best blind football team in history. 38 finals played, not including this one, with 33 titles. We're talking about 5 gold medals, 5 World Cups, and 6 Copa America titles. Brazil have won 23 of those finals over their biggest arch rival in the sport, Argentina, who everyone expected to reach the final, to have the classic with Brazil, but Japan said not today. The Japanese had other plans, and they were able to knock out Argentina, the South Americans, the top-ranked IBSA team, in a penalty shootout in a thrilling game yesterday. So we're just a few minutes away from the kickoff whistle to get things started for Japan and Brazil. The 2023 Blind Football World Grand Prix final. It all comes down to this. You see the fans there in the background making their presence known, their voices heard, the instruments, the drums are going. A lot of people bearing green and yellow. And right up there against the rail, you see the England blind football team. I can already identify Roy Turnham, Amjid Issa, Louis Skyers is there as well. Other national blind football teams that competed in this competition also are here. That's the case of the Chileans, the Italians, many teams in the stands to appreciate this final that's about to go down between Japan and Brazil. And there is Ricardinho. He picked up a knee injury, so that's why he's out of the competition. That is the best blind football player in the world right now. The captains and the goalkeepers taking center stage inside that center circle. Maicon and Luan for Brazil. Ryo Kawamura and Daisuke Sato for the Japanese. Once again, the Movimento Verde Amarelo, the green and yellow movement, making some noise. And there are the two refs, Tom De Bruyne from Belgium and Alfredo Martinez from Mexico. Brazil won the coin toss, so they will get first possession in the half. A huge shout out to all our viewers in Japan expressing their support for the Japanese team. Can they pull off the upset, ladies and gentlemen? That is the question right now. They did it against Argentina. Will they be able to do it against Brazil? After 30 minutes of playing time, we're going to get that answer. A huge shout out as well to Football Club Ceci-Foot, Preci-Suruaz, saying magnificent national anthems. They were indeed, my friend. You're so right. Good game to everyone. Enjoy, and I reiterate that message. Brazil with first possession. We're about to get started with the first chapter, the first half, the first 15 minutes of playing time. And there's our photographer. He's rooting for Brazil as well. Our photographer, nicknamed Bola, appearing in the broadcast. He's one of the men responsible for capturing all of the amazing things that are going on inside the Paralympic Center in Brazil. Jerome Manohoran saying, Brazil are the favorites to win. They certainly are, my friend. But it's football, and anything can happen. We saw that yesterday when the Japanese beat Argentina. There's Bala once again making his presence known. Look at that. He's enjoying his time, working and having a good time. That's always the way to live a happy life. Huge shout out to Papayaro and Ponauto watching us from Japan. A lot of our viewers interacting with us here in Japanese. I don't quite speak Japanese, so I don't know exactly what you guys are saying, but I'm sure they're very kind, lovely words. So keep showing us that love. That's what we want right here on the IBSA YouTube channel. Underway, Brazil with first possession. Thiago Silva has the ball in the middle third. He flicks it the other way, looking for Nonato. Here's the top scorer of the competition with 6 goals. Found the back of the net many, many times in the competition. And here's Jardiel in the area, surrounded there by a number of Japanese players. This is Roberto Sasaki, challenged by Nonato. Goal kick for Japan, and Nonato's down. Roberto Sasaki as well. Roberto Sasaki, the Brazilian-Japanese defender. Used to playing in the competitions of the CBDV. Those are the initials for the Brazilian Confederation for Blind Sports. And they have been instrumental in putting this competition together, alongside, of course, IBSA and all the volunteers who are here. You can spot the volunteers. They're in the back there, wearing blue. Lovely men and women who volunteered for this fantastic tournament, held in South America for the very first time. Huge shout out as well to Ronnie Madrigal, watching us from Costa Rica. Pura vida, Costa Rica. Saludos, my friend. 14-14 on the clock. It's hooked up the field by Daisuke Sato. Here's Girabayashi, one of the heroes against Argentina. There's the other hero, Ryo Kawamura, the captain. Back to Girabayashi, trying to slice his way through the left-hand side. Disrupted there by Maicon, who wins it back for Brazil to get the counter-attack going for the Brazilians. He's in the middle third, only got so far, halted in his tracks. Maicon still going, able to recover, surrounded, trying to transition his way into that final third. Here's Maicon, Hirabayashi glued to him. Michael still going. It's very, very tough to snatch the ball away from Brazil's number 4, Michael, who scored an absolute rocket, a masterpiece against France in the 4-1 win in the semis. He's going to take the corner kick from the right-hand side. 13 minutes, 36 seconds on the clock. Everyone gathered here inside the Paralympic Center for the IBSA Grand Prix final, the gold medal match between Japan and Brazil, facing each other for the second time in the final. The last one was 10 years ago, all the way back in 2013 at the Saitama Cup in Japan. Here's Jargiel, or rather Nonato. Can he collect it? He might get a second chance. He pounces on it, surrounded by 2 Japanese players, Hirabayashi and Kawamura. Kawamura to try and get the counterattack going for Japan. Maybe Hirabayashi might. He's in the defensive third for the Japanese. It's flicked back towards Daisuke Sato, who boots it up the field. Collected by Hirabayashi on the left-hand side. His pass collected at the end of the day by Jargiel. Kawamura's putting up a good fight. Hirabayashi steps on the ball, falls, or rather Goto steps on the ball and falls, recovers. Snatched away by Nonato, off to the races on the left-hand side. Nonato looking for space, looking for an angle. He's inside the area. Challenged there by Roberto Sasaki, who gets the tip of his cleat on the ball. Jargiel, nice move from Jargiel. Jargiel still going. The right-footed shot goes out. Counter-attack for the Japanese. Daisuke Sato sends this ball down the aisle. Intercepted by Michael. The Japanese are attacking, or rather the Brazilians are attacking. The Japanese are defending. Here's Nonato. Can he score? He found air there once he attempted to pull the trigger. Corner kick for Brazil. Keep interacting with us, ladies and gentlemen. A huge shout out to Amir Abdi saying great commentating. Thank you, my friend. It's the IBSA World Grand Prix, a great event happening in São Paulo, Brazil, in South America for the very first time. 12:15 on the clock. Japan 0, Brazil 0. There's Daisuke Sato guarding that near post. And here's Jargiel trying to squeeze his way through. In the middle third, Brazil have the ball. Japan 0, Brazil 0. Both sides still level early in the game. Thiago Silva accelerating, running at the Japanese. Thiago Silva still going. He crashes into Sasaki, who goes down. Recovered by Thiago Silva. He's on the right-hand side of the final third. The pass for Nonato! And there's the goal. Brazil are ahead. Nonato scores his 7th goal of the competition. Brazil have the early lead. The Brazilians break the deadlock, draw first blood, put 1-0 on the scoreboard with Nonato. Spectacular right-footed goal from Brazil's number 8. Let's have a look at it again. No chances whatsoever for Daisuke Sato, as the South Americans, the hosts, take the lead, courtesy of their star man in the competition, Nonato. Nona goal, as we call him here in Brazil. Japan 0, Brazil 1. That's what the scoreboard reads. And a huge shout out to Kovacs Chrisci. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, saying, nice commentary, man. You are really good at it. Appreciate it, buddy. I missed something, or Ricardinho and Jefinho are missing from Brazilians. No, you did not miss anything, my friend. Jefinho and Ricardinho are injured, not available for Brazil in the competition. Before the match started, we showed you Ricardinho real quick. He's in the stands right now, the best blind football player in the world. And here come Brazil. They want that second goal. The ball's loose and alive in the middle third. It's going to be collected by who? Hirabayashi on the left-hand side, pressured by Jargiel. Maicon gets a touch. Loose and alive once again. Rio Kawamura is going to fight for it. Jargiel putting up a good fight. Japan recovered possession in the final third. Corner kick for Brazil. Corner kick for the Brazilians. There's Nonato and Michael. 11:03 on the clock. Brazil already have the lead. Nonato disrupted. Out for another corner kick. A huge shout out once again to our viewers in Japan. Tell your friends, tell your family members about the game. Share the link with them. Get them on the IBSA's YouTube channel so they can enjoy Japan and Brazil, the gold medal game, the final of the IBSA Grand Prix. Here's Nonato working his way back. Attempts to pull the trigger the first time, recovers. He's in the middle third. Nonato shifts direction. The pass up the field. Jardiel in the area. Jardiel surrounded, trying to muscle his way through. Recovered by the Japanese. Off to the counterattack with Rio Kawamura. Here he goes, running at the Brazilians. Nice piece of defending there from Thiago Paraná. Roberto Sasaki gets the ball in the middle third. 10:30 on the clock. The Japanese have possession in the middle third. Sasaki sends this ball towards the right-hand side. Eventually collected by Nonato, who's off to the races. Here comes Nonato running at the Japanese. Only got so far. The ball's loose and alive in the middle third. Hirabayashi's going to fight for it. Loose and alive once again on the left there. It finally reaches Hirabayashi. 10 minutes on the clock. Here's Hirabayashi accelerating down the left-hand side. Hirabayashi with a shot. That's where he scored the goal against Argentina from. All eyes on Japan's Taishi Hirabayashi. He's a very, very good player. He's got the skill, he's got the footwork, and he's able to earn Japan a corner kick. Their first corner kick of the game. Hirabayashi to take it from the left-hand side. 10:08 on the clock. Brazil lead by a goal. Rio Kawamura joins in. We're about to enter the final 10 seconds, or rather 10 minutes of playing time, not 10 seconds. We got a lot more than that ahead of us. There's the whistle. The Brazilians anticipated themselves a little bit there. They can only move once they hear the whistle. There it is. The Japanese are attacking. Recovered by Brazil with Luan to get the counterattack going for the South Americans. Nonato collects the ball on the left-hand side, squeezing his way through. Oh, my word, excellent run. Nonato's about to score a wonder goal, but he didn't. Ran out of room there. Counterattack for Japan. Up the field for the danger man, Rio Hirabayashi. Or rather, Taichi Hirabayashi. Masaki Goto is fighting for the ball against Jardiel. 9:30 on the clock. Rolled back. Thiago Silva challenged by Goto, who's able to win the ball back for Japan in the offensive third for the Japanese, but Thiago Silva redeems himself, smashes this ball into the middle third. It's collected by Hirabayashi on the left-hand side. Working his way in. Shifts direction. Nice run there, zigzagging his way through. He ran out of space. Goal kick for Brazil. Lua to get the counterattack going for Nonato in the final third. Nonato, can he get a shot on frame? Still going. He's in the final third on the right-hand side, surrounded by a number of Japanese. Nonato shifts direction, transitions back into the middle third. The support coming from Jardiel on the left-hand side. 8:50 on the clock. Brazil have the lead. Nonato on the score sheet, the Brazilians on the scoreboard. Jardiel connecting with Michael on the right-hand side, squeezing his way through on the right ring. He's pressured there by Rio Kawamura. Goal kick for Japan. And here come the Japanese, looking for that equalizer. Hirabayashi has the ball snatched away from him. The final touch came from Michael there. Corner kick for Japan. And Kovacs Christie saying it seems that Brazilians are able to win any competition, even with their second team. Fantastic blind footballers. Yes, my friend, even with Argentina as the top-ranked IBSA team, Brazil are the best team in blind football history. 33 titles from 38 finals played. They are playing their 39th final right now, and if they win this, make that 34 titles, and they are winning it. They are the favorites. Recovered by Michael, snatching the ball away from Rio Kawamura. Michael advancing down the right-hand side. He's in the offensive third there. Good piece of defending from Roberto Sasaki to win it back for the Japanese. Here's Daisuke Sato, Japan playing out from the back with Kawamura, the captain. Kawamura flicks this ball up the field. Trying to link up there with Michael. Goal kick for Brazil. Nonato collects it. Here's Nonato looking for space, looking for an angle. Nonato still going, surrounded. He attempts to pass. Blocked by Goto, who's off to the races for the Japanese. He's all by himself. He goes down. Brazil recover possession. Nonato transitions into the middle third, trying to weave his way through. Nonato still going. Excellent run. He's in the final third. Couldn't get past Roberto Sasaki. Japan have the ball. And the number of viewers keeps growing. I like to see that. Over 350 people watching us right now. I want to see that number grow. Tell your friends. Tell your family members. Share the link. Get everyone here with us on the IBSA YouTube channel for the IBSA Grand Prix final being played right now between Japan and Brazil at the Paralympic Center in São Paulo, Brazil. Here's Jardiel on the left-hand side. Loses grasp of the ball. Recovers it. Loose and alive in the middle third. Recovered by Michael. Play is halted here with 6 minutes, 41 seconds on the clock. Something's wrong with Jardiel. We certainly hope it's nothing too serious. Brazil have won the Blind Football World Cup 5 times. In 2018, 2014, 2010, 2000, and 1998. Germany, Argentina, Brazil, China, Colombia, Spain, France, Great Britain, Iran, Italy, Japan, Mali, Morocco, Mexico, Thailand, and Turkey are the teams that will be competing in the IBSA World Cup. That shall happen between the 12th and the 25th of August in Birmingham, England. And this is why the Grand Prix is so important. It helps prepare the teams for the big competitions this year. We're talking about the IBSA World Cup, right? That will happen within the IBSA World Games, as well as the Pan American Games set for November in Chile. Both of those tournaments are qualifying competitions for the Paris Paralympic Games in 2024. And here come Brazil. Thiago Silva in the final third. He takes the shot. Saved by Daisuke Sato. Good save from the Japanese goalkeeper. He hooks this ball up the field to get the counterattack going for the Japanese. He was aiming for Goto. He finds a corner kick. And corner kick for the Japanese. Hirabayashi and Kawamura on the ball. 6:19 on the clock. Hirabayashi working his way back. Pressured into the middle third. Collected by Goto on the other side. Looking to get into that final third. Nonato giving him a tough time. Hirabayashi now accelerating on the left-hand side. Hirabayashi with a shot. Audacious attempt. Blocked by Michael. 5:55, ladies and gentlemen. And here's Goto in a dangerous position. Couldn't control the ball. Lucky for Brazil. He might get a second chance here. It's loose and alive. The players have no idea where the ball is. They're looking for it. They eventually find it. Goto surrounded. Snatched away there by Nonato to get the counterattack going for the Brazilians. It's recovered by Japan with the captain Rio Kawamura. Here's Daisuke Sato, the solid Japanese goalkeeper. He was great against Argentina, especially in the shootout. Recovered by Brazil. Thiago Silva in the final third. Thiago still going on the left-hand side. No path that way. He's got the support further behind, but the pass did not reach Giorgio. Eventually it did. Goto battling for the ball, trying to recover it for Japan in the final third. It's loose and alive in the middle third. Michael putting up a good fight against Goto. Brazil recovered possession. We have entered the final 5 minutes of playing time, ladies and gentlemen. So far, so good for Brazil. They lead courtesy of Nonato's 7th goal of the competition. Talk about a player who's very accustomed to finding the back of the net. There he is, off to the races. Roberto Sasaki gets in the way. A back and forth game, a good game. And that's how we want it, that's how we like it. Nonato transitioning into the final third. Nonato couldn't get a shot on frame. Japan able to defend with the captain Ryo Kawamura, who flicks this ball up the field. In the middle third, collected by Hirabayashi, running at Brazil. Hirabayashi still going. Michael is there. What a defender Michael is. Winning it back for Brazil. 4 minutes on the clock. Goto. Michael challenging him. Goto gets a touch. It's flicked up the field. Loose and alive in Brazil's defensive third. Japan looking to keep it there. Nice turn from Thiago Silva. He's off to the races, accelerating. Can he go all the way the other way? Thiago Silva has the ball in the final third. There he is. Pressured by the other Brazilian Japanese defender, Roberto Sasaki, or rather the other defender, the Brazilian Japanese defender, Roberto Sasaki. That's what I meant to say. Brazil have possession of the ball with Michael. He's in the middle third. 3:30 on the clock. Here's Thiago Silva. He receives the ball on the right-hand side, flicks it towards the area. It goes out for a goal kick. Daisuke Sato to take it. He hooks this ball down the aisle, looking for Goto. From goalkeeper to goalkeeper, Luan gets the ball back into play for Brazil, looking for Nonato. Intercepted there by Kawamura. Nonato unable to squeeze his way through. Goto just might. He's in the final third for Japan, surrounded by a number of yellow shirts. Can he produce something here? He's got support further behind from Hirabayashi, as well as Kawamura in the middle third. We have entered the final 3 minutes of playing time. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. Hirabayashi halted in his tracks. This is Nonato with the turn, running at the Japanese. Only got so far. Precise, clinical tackle there from Goto. Brazil have the ball. But once again, Maicon running at the Japanese. Excellent run. He's in the final third. Steps on the brakes, takes the shot, a cross shot there. Maybe for the far corner. What a low laser from Maicon. Timeout for the Japanese. Eiji Nakagawa wants to have a word with his men. Fabio Vasconcelos is going to take advantage of the opportunity to do the same. What a good match so far. A very, very solid first half. 2:30 on the clock. Brazil in the lead. Nonato on the score sheet. Here's the goal. The right-footed shot into the corner. No chances whatsoever for Daisuke Sato once again. The fans in attendance. Everyone with the Brazil colors, the national colors, green and yellow. Here's that shot from Thiago Silva earlier. Or rather, the run from Thiago Silva earlier. Also nicknamed Thiago Paraná. Timeout. We're going to get a substitution on the Brazilian side. And how about this effort here from Thiago Silva? Almost scoring, almost doubling Brazil's lead. 2:32 on the clock, 2 minutes, 32 seconds till the halftime buzzer. Earlier today, we had Argentina beat France 1-0 for the bronze medal. Who's going to clinch the gold medal? And who's going to clinch the silver medal? So far, Brazil have the gold medal and Japan the silver one. But the Japanese are looking to change that. Kovacs Christie interacting here, saying the Japanese team has improved a lot in the last few years. You're absolutely right, my friend. And proof of that is that they were able to beat the top-ranked IBSA team, Argentina, yesterday. Wish you guys were here. Brazil have the ball with Jonathan on the left-hand side. He flicks it towards Michael on the right. Challenged by two Japanese players. The ball's loose and alive in Japan's defensive third. Kawamura gets to it. We're about to enter the final 120 seconds of playing time. Cassureis, the substitute involved for the very first time since jumping in. Brazil have possession of the ball. It's flicked up the field and out. Goal kick for Japan. Daisuke Sato. He gets the ball back into motion. Hirabayashi collects it on the left-hand side. He swings it all the other way, looking for Kawamura on the right. He's pressured by Jonathan, who snatches it away. Wins it back for Brazil. Lost track of the ball. Recovered by Kawamura. We're about to enter the final 90 seconds of playing time. Brazil have the ball with Luan. He tosses it up the field, connecting with Nonato in the middle third. Nonato flicks it towards the left-hand side, looking for Jonathan. There he is, disrupted by Ryo Kawamura, the Japanese captain. 1:15 on the clock. We're 15 seconds away from the final 60 seconds of the match. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for a good one. Nonato on the score sheet for Brazil. Cassureis with the ball in the middle third. He lifts it up the field, looking for Nonato. It goes past him. 51.5. We've entered the final 60 seconds of the first half. 45 seconds now. Can Japan get a late equalizer? Can Brazil double their lead? Nonato unable to get the counterattack going. Sasaki got to it first. He has the ball on the left-hand side of the final third for Japan. Hirabayashi joins in on the battle. Michael is there as well. Hirabayashi comes away with it. The ball in the area past everyone. Out for a goal kick. 24 seconds. Luan. Here's Nonato in the final third. Nonato looking for space. Looking for an angle. Disrupted there by Hirabayashi. The ball's recovered by Japan. 10 seconds on the clock. Hirabayashi zigzagging his way up the field. Hirabayashi! Luan coming up big time. Huge late first half save from the Brazilian goalkeeper, denying Japan the late equalizer. And there's the halftime buzzer. There's the halftime whistle. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. Brazil are in the lead. So far, so good for the South Americans, but the Japanese are putting up a good fight. Don't go anywhere. Stick right here with us, for we are set up for an exciting second half, an exciting final chapter, an exciting 15 minutes of playing time between Brazil and Japan for the IBSA Blind Football World Grand Prix final. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you right back here in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone, to the Paralympic Training Centre in São Paulo, Brazil, where we are about to get underway with the second half, the final 15 minutes of playing time, the final chapter between Japan and Brazil, the gold medal match of the IBSA Blind Football World Grand Prix. And what a tournament it has been, really. Held in Brazil, held in South America, actually, for the very first time since the tournament was played way back in 2018. So it's awesome to see how the competition has grown over the past 5 years. And we are underway. Japan with the first offensive drive. Looking for Hirabayashi on the left-hand side, recovered by Michael. He transitions into the middle third to get the counterattack going for the Brazilians. Surrounded by a number of Japanese players. Michael hoping to retain the ball in the offensive third for Brazil. Goal kick for the Japanese. Hirabayashi collects it on the left-hand side. He's in the middle third now. He flicks it the other way, looking for Goto. Jardiel was in the way to get the counterattack for the Brazilians. Jardiel, excellent run. Can he capitalize? Yes, he can. Dangerous shot. Didn't find the back of the net, though. 14:15 on the clock. Corner kick for Japan. Corner kick for the Japanese. They have the first corner kick of the half. Luan's having a word with his men. Jardiel, Thiago Silva, and Maicon closing down that near corner. Nonato further behind him, smack in the middle of the area. .14 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. Hirabayashi and Kawamura on the ball. The two danger men for the Japanese. It's rolled back. Here's Hirabayashi on the left wing. He's pressured by two Brazilians. Maicon had the final touch. Corner kick for the Japanese. Japan are attacking. Brazil are defending. Japan looking for that equalizer. Brazil trying to double their lead. So far, they are ahead, courtesy of an early goal from Nonato, his 7th of the competition. The outright top scorer of the tournament. A nice change of direction there from Kawamura with a shot. Hitting the outside of the frame. Goal kick for Brazil. We have certainly seen an improvement from Japan since the group stage. This is a different Japan than the one we saw in that 3-0 defeat to the Brazilians. Here's Maicon slicing his way through. Nice clearance there from the Japanese defense. And check this out. During our halftime, we had a poll where we asked you guys which team will get the gold medal from São Paulo. And with 46 votes, 78% of you guys said Japan. So far, not looking that way. Nonato trying to get to the ball. It's alive and loose in Brazil's final third. Japan looking to defend with Kawamura putting some pressure on Nonato. And the Japanese captain commits a foul. The ref making sure Roberto Sasaki's visor is properly adjusted. Brazil are attacking. The Japanese are defending. That has been the narrative throughout the majority of the match. 13 minutes and 1 second on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Nonato to take the corner kick. Rather, the free kick. A loose ball back into play. Nonato versus Hirabayashi. Roberto Sasaki arrives in support, and the pass back not very good, was it? Corner kick for the Brazilians. Jardiel and Thiago Silva on the ball. Brazil have a corner kick from the right-hand side. Looking to double their lead. 12 minutes, 53 seconds on the clock. Jardiel working his way back, then trying to get inside, loses the ball, recovered by Kawamura to get the counterattack going for the Japanese. He's in the middle third. There was no one from Japan on the left-hand side, recovered by Jardiel. It's a counterattack in the other direction, using his speed to advance down the flank, squeezing his way through. Jardiel looking for Nonato. There he is. He sends it all the way the other way for Jardiel with a shot. Spectacular save. That was top class from Daisuke Sato. What a save. A wall by the name of Daisuke Sato denies Brazil the second goal. That was extraordinary. We're going to have to get a replay. One of the saves of the competition so far from Japan's goalkeeper. Brazil continue to attack. Here's Jardiel still going. Sasaki in the way. 11:50 on the clock. Sasaki sends this ball up the field. It's collected by Thiago Silva in the middle third. Thiago Silva in the final third. And how about that save again from Daisuke Sato? Displaying all of his elasticity once again, denying Thiago Silva the goal. Japan looking to respond. Here's Girabayashi. He's going to flick this ball towards Goto on the right-hand side. It reaches Japan's number 8. Papayaro saying, nice keeper. You are correct indeed. Very, very solid keeper Daisuke Sato is. And here come Brazil once again. Thiago Silva accelerating. He's in the final third, and his shot goes wide. Brazil mounting chances. Shot after shot after shot. Japan so far able to defend. 11 minutes on the clock. Hirabayashi kicked up the field, loose. Luan. He sends it down the aisle, looking for Nonato. It reached him, but the touch there from the top scorer of the competition was not very good, was it? Play is halted here with 10 minutes and 48 seconds on the clock. And now the match is allowed to resume. Daisuke Sato gets the ball back into play. Here's Ryo Kawamura on the right-hand side. Kawamura in the final third, and that shot goes out. Substitution on the Japanese side. Kento Tori will be stepping in for the danger man, Hirabayashi. Thiago Silva playing out from the back for Brazil. He's going to flick it up the field. Here's Michael. He sends it all the way the other way for Jardiel on the left-hand side. Recovered by Thiago Silva. In the middle third. Goto putting up a fight. We're about to enter the final 10 minutes of playing time. Brazil lead by just 1 goal. The last time Japan and Brazil faced each other in a final was back in 2013 at the Saitama Cup in Japan. Brazil won that game by only 2-1. But that goal scored by Japan was the only goal scored by Japan on Brazil in history. In 7 matches played, 32 goals scored for Brazil, just 1 for Japan. It was that 1 goal back in 2013, and here come the Brazilians with Jardiel on the flank. He's pressured there by Roberto Sasaki. 9:30 on the clock. Our viewers checking in with us from Japan, rooting for the Japanese team. They pulled off the upset against Argentina. Can they do it again against Brazil before the home crowd? Corner kick for Brazil. 9 minutes and 13 seconds remain till the end of the first half, or rather, till the end of the match. We're already done with the first half. Brazil are attacking. Japan are defending. Here come the Brazilians. Nonato with the flick. Cleared by Tori. Japan have the ball in the defensive third. Brazil hoping to retain the ball in their final third. There's the buzzer. Substitution for Brazil. Cássio Reis will be stepping in. Cássio Reis, who has 2 goals to his name in the competition, scored against Chile and found the back of the net in the semifinal as well against France. The announcer requesting silence from the fans. 9:02 on the clock. We need silence for the match to continue. Sato places the ball in the middle third. Kawamura recovers in the center circle, running at the Brazilians. Cássio Reis was in the way. Kawamura transitions into the final third. A lot of Brazilians in that space. Here's Tori accelerating in the right-hand side now. He had the flick collected by Thiago Silva. 8:30 on the clock. Thiago Silva pressured there by Tanaka. Cássio Reis smashes this one up the field. Looking for Jardiel on that left wing. It goes out for a Japanese goal kick. Japan are still vying for the equalizer. Sato sends it down the aisle looking for Tanaka. Cleared by the Brazilian defense. Sato places it up the field once again. Tori on the left-hand side. He attempts to swing it all the way the other way for Tanaka on the right wing. Japan have the ball in the final third. Tanaka looking for space, looking for an angle. He's able to connect with Tori on the left. Cássio defending, trying to win it back for Brazil. He gets a touch. It's loose and alive in the middle third. Recovered by Japan with Ryo Kawamura. Here's the captain, accelerating on the left-hand side. He's going to be met there by Thiago. Cássio is there as well. Once again, the ball's loose and alive in the middle third. Collected by Tanaka. He's off to the races. Accelerating on the right-hand side. Only got so far. Jardiel was there to disrupt the flow of the play. Cleared. Tori gets to it. Can he get a shot on frame? Tori with a shot blocked. A handball there, if I'm not mistaken. Or rather, a substitution for Brazil. Michael will be stepping in. And Nonato will be stepping off. Here's Cássio Reis. He smashes it against Tanaka. Cleared by Thiago Silva, and there's the buzzer. Japan requesting a timeout. Eiji Nakagawa wants to have a word with his players. Fábio Vasconcelos will take advantage of the opportunity to do the same. 385 people with us here on the IBSA YouTube channel where the final is being broadcast. So far, a very heated battle here between the Brazilians and the Japanese. Brazil lead by just 1 goal, scored by Nonato early. While the match is halted, we're showing you some highlights of the game. Play is halted with 7 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock. Earlier today, Argentina defeated France 1-0 to secure the bronze medal of the competition. A huge shout out to one of our viewers, Papayaro, saying, "Come on, Toriken," rooting for the Japanese, who have a corner kick from the right-hand side. And there's the Dutch, or rather the Belgian ref, Tom De Bruyne. Corner kick for Japan from the right. Ryo Kawamura and Tanaka on the ball. The whistle is blown. Kawamura inside the area looking for the equalizer. Saved by Luan. Big time save from the Brazilian goalkeeper, denying Japan the equalizer. And Brazil have the counter-attack with Michael. He's working his way up the field. Brazil have possession in the middle third. He's chased there by Tanaka. Michael sends it all the way the other way for Jardiel. One back by Kento Tori. Japan have the ball in the middle third now. It's flicked towards the right-hand side. Collected by Michael. Brazil playing out from the back in the defensive to the middle third now. It reaches Jardiel there on the wing. He's pressured by 2 Japanese players. Shifts direction. Able to connect with Michael there on the left. Kawamura is there, Tanaka as well. Michael sends it back to Jardiel on the right. We're about to enter the final 6 minutes of playing time. Here's Jardiel. The pass for Thiago Silva. Loose and alive in the middle third. Who's going to get to it? Will it be Michael? Will it be Tanaka? Or will it be Kawamura? Or will it be Thiago Silva? It's Thiago Silva. 5:50. Here's Thiago in the center circle, accelerating, zigzagging his way. He transitions into the offensive third. The players don't know where the ball is. Collected by Japan's Kawamura. 5:30. We're going to enter the final 5 minutes of playing time. Sato kicks this ball up the field. From goalkeeper to goalkeeper, it goes all the way the other way. Substitution for the Japanese. Tanaka will be stepping off, and Taishi Hirabayashi will be stepping in. You see Hirabayashi there in the background, and in the foreground of the excellent Japanese goalkeeper Daisuke Sato, who has produced a number of excellent saves in the match. And the announcer, once again, the Brazilian announcer, requesting the fans to remain silent. The more the fans talk, the more interference the players have. There's the whistle. Luan sends this ball up the field. Linking up with Michael. We're going to enter the final 5 minutes of playing time, ladies and gentlemen. It's the final stretch of the game. So far, Brazil are getting it done. Jardiel misses. He doesn't score. For a split second, I thought it would be 2-0 Brazil. Jardiel sends it wide. Nice piece of defending there from Cássio. to snatch it away from Hirabayashi, followed by the clearance. Collected by Sasaki in Japan's defensive third. Out for a goal kick, 4:47 on the clock. Sato swings this ball up the field. Another goal kick, this time for the Brazilians. Luan sends it back in the other direction, looking for Jardiel. Daisuke Sato has the ball in his box. He boots it up the field off the barrier. Looking for Hirabayashi. Corner kick for Japan. Late offensive push from the Japanese, who have the corner kick from the left-hand side. They're looking, vying for that equalizer. Can they get it done? They did it against Argentina. Can they do it against Brazil? The hosts have the fans in their favor. They have the home field advantage. But the Japanese mean business. They are showing their cards. Hirabayashi working his way back, looking for an angle, looking for space. Cassio boots it away from him, and then he chases the ball. Roberto Sasaki, the Brazilian-Japanese defender, is there. 4:10 on the clock. We're going to enter the final 4 minutes of the match. Here's Thiago Silva working his way up the field, zigzagging his way through. Once he tried to pull the trigger, the Japanese defense says, "Not today, buddy." Hirabayashi with the ball on the left-hand side. He's met by Cassio, who's squeezing the Japanese player into the barrier there. Play is halted here with 3:45 on the clock. Yellow card for Fabio Vasconcelos, I believe, the Brazilian manager. Yellow card shown by Tom De Bruyne, the Belgian ref. 3:45 on the clock. It's going to be a loose ball for Hirabayashi and Cassio Hayes to go at it. And I do confess, an unfair battle there between Cassio Hayes and Hirabayashi. You can just see the difference in the physique. 3:45 on the clock. Hirabayashi gets to the ball in the middle third. Cassio Hayes there as well. And once again, both players locked in that dispute. Play is halted once again with 3:37 on the clock. The foul committed by the Brazilian. It's Japan's ball in the middle third. We are 37 seconds of playing time away from the final 3 minutes of the game. This Japan, very different than the Japan Brazil beat in the group stage 3-0 on Tuesday back on match day 1. A lot tougher team. Kawamura flicks it towards the left-hand side for Jardiel. 3:30. Brazil attacking with Jardiel working his way in. Transitions into the offensive half of the field. Jardiel still going. Can he get Brazil's second? Daisuke Sato gets his gloves in the way. Precise interception from the Japanese goalkeeper. That would have been Brazil's second from the looks of it. We're going to enter the final 180 seconds of play. The ball's loose and alive in the middle third, collected by Maicon. On the left now, challenged by Tori. He sends the ball towards the right-hand side where Jardiel is. Pressured by Sasaki, who provides the clearance. 2:40 on the clock. Here's Thiago Silva in the final third. Thiago Silva pulls the trigger, blocked by Sasaki, who's disrupted there by his own teammates, Tori. Thiago Silva trying to recover for Brazil. It goes out. 2:28 on the clock. And we're going to have a substitution by the looks of it on the Japanese side. Or rather, a timeout for Brazil. Fábio Vasconcelos is going to have a word with his players. Eiji Nakagawa will take advantage of the opportunity to pass on a few instructions as well to the Japanese. 399. Let's make that number 400. People watching us right now here on the IBSA YouTube channel. It's Japan versus Brazil, ladies and gentlemen. It's the IBSA Blind Football World Grand Prix Final. What a match. What a tournament. What an energy here inside the Paralympic Centre in Brazil. Listen to this place. The fans making their noise, making their presence known. Two minutes and 28 seconds of playing time remain to the full-time whistle. And once again, the Portuguese announcer here asking the fans to quiet down. Corner kick for Brazil. Jardiel and Thiago Silva on the ball from the left-hand side. Jardiel working his way back. Jardiel still going, slicing his way through. Once he pulled the trigger, he found air. Had he made contact with the ball, that would have been Brazil's second. Squandered opportunity for the South Americans. Corner kick for Japan, or rather goal kick for Brazil. Substitution for Japan. Masaki Goto will be stepping in for Kento Tori. So Japan are heading back to their starting players. Sasaki, Hirabayashi, Goto, and Kawamura. Can Japan score the late equalizer? 2:06 on the clock. Tom De Bruyne is going to have a word with Jardiel and Sasaki as well. The two outfield players in the Japanese area. It's Luan's ball. He places it in the middle third there for Thiago Silva. He's pressured by Hirabayashi. Thiago Silva running in the offensive half. Thiago Silva feeling his way forward. Running the clock. 1:45. Here's Thiago Silva. He sends it towards the left-hand side. 1:35 on the clock now. We have entered the final 90 seconds of playing time. The little nutmeg there from Jardiel, weaving his way through. Jardiel has the ball. We're going to enter the final 60 seconds of playing time, ladies and gentlemen. Brazil are very close to their 34th title in blind football history. Talk about impressive numbers. They're very close to becoming back-to-back Grand Prix champs. Loose and alive inside Japan's area. Eventually collected by Sato. No, it wasn't. Goes out. 56 seconds on the clock. Japan with one last offensive push. Here come the Japanese. Kawamura on the right-hand side, working his way in. The shot blocked by Kazu Hayes. It was going to land on frame. Picked up by Hirabayashi on the other side. He sends it towards Japan's offensive third. Goto goes down. Corner kick for the Japanese, or rather goal kick for Brazil. No foul on the play. I thought it was. The referee disagrees with me. Brazil have possession in the middle third with Jardiel. He collects it on the right-hand side, working his way in. Pressured by Goto. 20 seconds on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wrap up the IBSA Grand Prix. Brazil the winners. Can Japan get a late equalizer? Goto goes down. No foul on the play. 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7. Here's Thiago Silva with the shot, the second and the winner. Brazil have done it. And that's surely the goal to consolidate Brazil as the 2023 IBSA Blind Football World Grand Prix winners. Brazil have done it. Listen to the celebration right now. Listen to the Paralympic Centre in Brazil. Listen to the energy. Listen to the atmosphere. Brazil are about to clinch their 34th blind football competition title. They're about to become back-to-back Grand Prix champs. Thiago Silva with a late goal. It's Brazil's second. They double their lead with 6.1 seconds on the clock. Heartbreak for Japan. Celebration for Brazil. Thiago Silva on the score sheet. His first goal of the competition, and what an important one. The goal that simply is going to win the title for the Brazilians. With 6 seconds on the clock, Japan are going to make 2 substitutions, and I think this is a substitution to just allow these players to get some playing time, right? We're talking about Kaito Niwa and Futo Nagamori, 2 players who haven't had a lot of playing time in the competition. At least they'll be able to say, hey, we played against Brazil in the Grand Prix final. 6.1 seconds on the clock. We're going to wrap things up very, very soon. And then, of course, we're going to have a word with some of the Brazilians, the winners. 3, 2, 1. There's the full-time buzzer, ladies and gentlemen, followed by the full-time whistle. I'm sorry, it's so loud in here, I can't even hear my own voice. Brazil have done it. They are the 2023 IBSA Blind Football World Grand Prix winners. Back-to-back Grand Prix champs. Their 34th blind football title. Brazil with an extraordinary campaign. They beat Japan 3-0 on their debut. And then they topped England 2-0. And then they beat Chile 3-0. And then in the semifinals, they got the better of France 4-1. And then here against Japan, a 2-0 victory. Make that 5 wins in 5 matches, 14 goals scored, and just 1 conceded. Brazil are outright the most successful blind football team in the world. 34 titles now from 39 finals played, 5 Paralympic gold medals, 5 World Cups, 6 Copa America titles, and 2 Grand Prix titles. They are back-to-back Grand Prix champs. They won the edition in Puebla, Mexico last year, and they win the edition in Brazil on their home turf in 2023. Congratulations to the Brasileiros who get it done. And look at the celebration coming from the stands. The Brazilians making their presence known, their drums and their voices heard here in São Paulo, Brazil. We're going to have a word with some of the players in just a few moments, so stick with me here. And Rafa Esguilis, our Brazilian play-by-play announcer, is going to have a word with Thiago Silva, the player who scored the winner for Brazil, who scored that second goal late in the game. We're going to have a word with him, and I'm going to translate everything for you. Rafael saying congratulations for that second goal. Congratulations for the title. Thiago saying thank you, man. Thank God. And the family, my family, for supporting me. I want to send a huge kiss, a huge shout out to my family, my wife, my kids. We knew it was going to be a tough game. Every year that goes by, the Japanese team are getting better. In the middle of the competition, they change their tactics, attacking with 3 players, just like we play, just like we do. But what helped us out was that we scored early in the match with Nonato, and that gave us some tranquility. And God bless me with that second goal to win the title for Brazil. And Rafa Esgrilli is saying, congratulations to Thiago Silva. Thiago Paraná, there he is, the words from Brazil's number 9, who scored the second goal, the winner for the Brasileiros, who clinched their 34th blind football competition title. And now Rafa's going to have a word with Luan, the goalkeeper. Let's listen to what he has to say. Our reporter asking Luan to comment a little bit about this final and about the Japanese national team, who were able to eliminate Argentina. We know that Japan are a good team. They evolved over time. They got better over the course of the past few years, over the course of the competition. Yesterday they put up a great match against Argentina, coming from behind twice, and today they were level with us. They gave us a really tough time, but thank God we were able to emerge triumphant as the winners. And Rafa asking Luan to send a shout out to someone special, and he's dedicating this win to his family, to his wife, to his kids. And they're always supporting the players, they're always supporting him, they're always watching him. Congratulations to Luan, the Brazilian goalkeeper, winning yet another title for Brazil. Brazil's 34th blind football competition title in 39 finals played. To talk about impressive numbers: 5 Paralympic gold medals, 5 World Cups, 6 Copa Americas, and back-to-back Grand Prix champs. And speaking of Grand Prix champs, let's hear from Nonato, the top scorer of the competition with 7 goals. I'm very, very happy to have scored the goals and lift this trophy here on my home turf. Nonato, very, very happy. Rafa thanking Edson Júnior, Brazil's guide. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we wrap up yet another and last IBSA broadcast. What a match, what a tournament this was. We were so very happy to have you with us here on the IBSA YouTube channel, where the competition was broadcast. The officials will be handing the players the medals, of course. Brazil, the gold medalists, and Japan, the silver medalists. And this is a very beautiful thing to see, the players praying. The Brazilian delegation there, huddled together, praying, appreciating this moment. And the fans in attendance continue to celebrate. Listen to the Paralympic Center right now. Listen to this place. And the medals will be handed out by blind volunteers. The volunteers were instrumental to this competition, alongside the International Blind Sports Federation and the Brazilian Confederation for Blind Sports. They helped make this event possible throughout all of our broadcasts. We always saw them in the background wearing blue. So the medals will be handed to the players by blind volunteers. And this competition, of course, very, very important because it helps give these players, these athletes, the attention and the importance that blind football deserves. We're about to get underway with the ceremonies right now. The medal handing ceremonies. And there's Jefinho among them. Or rather, Ricardinho among them. Jefinho was here a few days ago. That's Ricardinho, the best blind football player in the world. Celebrating this win with his teammates as well. And the Paralympic Center here is still buzzing. The fans continue to make some noise. There's Jardiel. 2 goals to his name in the competition. Jonathan, Nonato, Maicon, Cássio Reis, Fábio Vasconcelos, and Edson Júnior there. And there are the blind volunteers I was referring to. The competition kicked off on Tuesday with 4 matches. We had 4 matches on Tuesday, 4 matches all the way through yesterday. And then today, 2 great matches for you. We kicked things off early with Argentina beating France for the bronze medal. And there's the trophy that Brazil will be lifting shortly. The 2023 IBSA Blind Football World Grand Prix Trophy. Listen to the Paralympic Center right now. The Brazilian fans in attendance, the green and yellow movement, the Movimento Verde Amarelo making some noise. This is a fan base that's very popular here in Brazil. They support and follow Brazilian athletes regardless of the sports, wherever and whenever they play. They, of course, were at the World Cup in Qatar last year. And they are here right now at the Paralympic Center in São Paulo, Brazil, on the south side of the city, rooting for the home team. Brazil are about to lift their 34th blind football competition trophy from 39 finals played. Talk about impressive numbers. 5 Paralympic championships, 5 World Championships, and 6 Copa America titles. Brazil are back-to-back Grand Prix champs right now. Talk about impressive numbers. A perfect record in this competition. 5 wins from 5 matches played, 14 goals scored, and just 1 conceded. It was the goal conceded to France yesterday. The best attack and the best defense of the competition. And all the teams are about to take center stage here. 8 teams were involved in this competition, divided into 2 groups of 4. Brazil, Japan, England, and Chile in Group B, and then Argentina, France, Thailand, and Italy in the other.
2023 IBSA Blind Football World Grand Prix, evento realizado pela Confederação Brasileira de Desporto para Pessoas com Deficiência Visual, em parceria com a IBSA e com o apoio da IBF Foundation. This event was conducted by the Confederation Brazilian from Sports to Visually Impaired People in partnership with IBSA and with the support of the IBF Foundation. Convidamos então as seguintes autoridades a compor a mesa de honra, por favor. José António Ferreira Freire, presidente da CBDB.
Fala com o Tava para fazer. Fala com o Tava que está trabalhando com a gente. Está no meio do campo, sozinho?
Israel e aí duas pessoas segurando a bandeira.
Sr. Ioannis Nascimento, vice-presidente do Comitê Paralímpico Brasileiro.
Terminando aqui, a gente pode trazer o Israel.
Sr. Mariano Trabalhino, delegado técnico da IBSA. Mr. Toshiki Ahutsu, President of Skylight Company. Sr. Helder Maciel Araújo, Presidente da IBSA América. E o Sr. Marcos da Costa, Secretário de Estado dos Direitos da Pessoa com Deficiência. Convidamos agora para fazer uso da palavra o Sr. Marcos da Costa, Secretário de Estado dos Direitos da Pessoa com Deficiência.
Bom dia a todos. Palavra de cumprimentos a todos que participaram desse grande campeonato. Cumprimento ao Comitê Paralímpico Brasileiro pela apresentação e cumprimento aqueles que chegaram à final, especialmente aqueles que chegaram à vitória dos nossos campeões. Parabéns a todos, continuem nessa trajetória, inspirando tantos jovens, pessoas ou não deficientes. Parabéns.
Muito obrigado, Sr. Secretário de Estado. Passamos então agora a palavra ao Sr. Ioannis Nascimento, vice-presidente do Comitê Paralímpico Brasileiro.
Bom dia a todos. Quero saudar aqui a todos os atletas, em especial a nossa equipe brasileira, que brilhantemente desde a Paralimpíada de 2004 em Atenas, vem conquistando a medalha dourazinha do nosso país. Presidente do Comitê Paralímpico Brasileiro, Misael Conrado, que eu tenho certeza que todos os jogadores presentes aqui em campo se espelham nele. Secretário da Pessoa com Deficiência do Estado de São Paulo, Marcos da Costa, presidente da CBDB, meu amigo Zé Antônio, a torcida verde e amarela, que tem um clima muito especial aqui no dia de hoje, no jogo com torcida daquela emoção bem grande, né, em todos. Atletas do Brasil, vocês estão de parabéns. Eu me orgulho muito em falar que o melhor futebol não é aquele de Neymar, mas sim o futebol de sério do Brasil, que eu nunca vi perdendo uma competição. Então vocês estão de parabéns. Parabéns às 8 equipes participantes dessa competição e que venham mais uma medalha no Campeonato Mundial na Inglaterra em agosto.
Marcos da Costa, quero saudar Mariano, representando a IBSA e coordenando aqui esse evento. Para a CBDV é uma alegria enorme receber esses 7 países, e 8 completando aqui com o Brasil. É um grande Grand Prix, onde de terça a hoje temos boas partidas, e isso é o que faz, o que move esse avanço do futebol de cegos aí pelos continentes afora. Parabenizar o Brasil por mais esse campeonato.
We're hearing right now from important people, important officials who are involved in putting this competition together.
A CBDV tenta, enfim, dar todas as
as we are underway
para que o
here with
Brasil
the
continue mantendo
closing ceremony for the
até o
2023
final do meu mandato a gente
IBSA
vai continuar, enfim, tentando que o
Blind
Brasil
Football
continue
World
aí
Grand Prix.
avançando tanto
A
no
huge
futebol e nas
success
modalidades que a
from
CBDV
start to finish,
representa.
taking place in São Paulo, Brazil, in South
Que
America.
todos os países
For the very
retornem
first time,
paz,
Brazil
espero que
crowned
ninguém
back-to-back
tenha
champs,
tido
winning it in
contusões
Mexico
graves.
last year and on their home turf
Vamos
before
aí
the home
afora
crowd
para outros campeonatos,
this year as well.
tem bastantes missões para a confederação, para o CPB.
So all of those involved are
uma
very,
vez
very
quero
pleased with the outcome. That's basically the message
toda a estrutura
being put out right now.
Que o CPB permite para que a gente faça um campeonato assim desse nível, com essa excelência de qualidade. Um abraço para todos e um bom retorno para todo mundo.
Muito obrigado, Sr. Presidente. Tempo então agora para entregar os troféus aos vencedores desta prova. It's time now to deliver the award.
Agora vão ser entregues os troféus e troféus, né, Rafael? E as medalhas também, né?
Also very, very important.
Agora, troféu Fair Play.
Whole process of putting this competition together, especially when it comes to the broadcast.
O Chile, ganhador do troféu Fair Play.
Chile are taking center stage.
Fair Play distribuído.
The 6th place team. And Chile, just keeping in mind, will be hosting the Pan American Games in November, and that will be a qualifying competition for the Paralympics in Paris next year. Only the winner of the Parapan, if of course that team had not already qualified for the Paralympics earlier, will be going to France in 2024.
Melhor goleiro da competição.
Now time for the Golden Glove, the best goalkeeper of the 2023 Grand Prix. And who's? Dylan Malpas. There was never any doubt, was there? The English goalkeeper produced a number of spectacular saves, especially in the match against Brazil. And there he is, Dylan Malpas. Every time England would play on our broadcast here, we would have people showing their support and their appreciation for Dylan Malpas. So here he's the Golden Glove of the 2023 IBSA Blind Football World Grand Prix. Congratulations to Dylan Malpas from England. England who finished in 7th in the competition in the 7th place match. They beat Italy yesterday 1-0. And there he is, Dylan Malpas, the England #1. Leaving Brazil, leaving South America with the Golden Glove trophy. Congratulations. And this is the Golden Boot, in other words, for the player who was the top scorer of the competition. No doubt, of course, to Nonato, who scored 7 goals, including one in the final. Nonato's going to take center stage. Here he is, Brazil's #8, 7 goals to his name in the Grand Prix. Scored 2 goals against Japan in the group stage. Scored 1 goal against England on match day 2. Found the back of the net twice against Chile. Or rather, scored twice against England, found the back of the net once against Chile, scored against France as well, and found the back of the net against Japan in the final. Congratulations, Nonato. 7 goals to his name, the top scorer of the IBSA Grand Prix. A player who's very much accustomed to finding the back of the net. One of the star players for Brazil. Argentina are taking center stage right now since they are the bronze medal winners, beating France earlier today 1-0. So this is the Argentine squad, led by their goalkeeper there, Dario Lencina. Argentina, the top-ranked IBSA team before the competition started, the current South American champs. Not quite sure whether they will still be the top-ranked IBSA team after the ranking is updated, especially since they were knocked out in the semifinals, losing to Japan. But Argentina, nonetheless, still had a very strong performance, finishing top of Group A with 7 points. They were expected to make the final with Brazil. We were expecting to have the Brazil-Argentina Classic in the final, but the Japanese had other plans. We're going to get to the Japanese in just a few moments. So Argentina receiving the bronze medal. The bronze medal being passed on to the South Americans. The third placed team in the 2023 IBSA World Football Blind Grand Prix. Congratulations to Argentina, the South American champs. Finish at third. Argentina will be one of the teams in the IBSA World Cup that'll happen within the IBSA World Games in August in Birmingham, between the 12th and the 25th of that month. Congratulations, Argentina. A third-place finish at the IBSA Grand Prix. And there they are, posing for the picture. The players and staff. Claudio Falco, the head coach. The guide, Marcelo Gonzalez. His staff, the goalkeepers, Hermano Mulek, Dario Lencina, and the players. All of them posing for the picture there, with the IBSA Blind Football World Grand Prix sponsors in the background. The Argentines being clapped off as they walk out. And Japan will be taking center stage. What a run they had. There they are, led by the backup goalkeeper, Kenya Izumi, who wears the number 15. Japan had quite the run. They started the group stage losing to Brazil 3-0, and then they tied to Chile 0-0. Throughout the competition, they adjusted their formation, adopting a front trio with three players in the offensive half, and then they were able to beat England 1-0 to secure that second position in Group B. In the semifinals, they tied Argentina 2-2 in a 4-goal thriller, and then were able to get the better of the Argentines in a penalty shootout. So bravo, Japan. The Japanese players and staff receiving the silver medal. There's a silver medal right now for Roberto Sasaki, the Brazilian-Japanese defender who wears the number 3. And what a match, what a performance this guy had in the competition. Taishi Hirabayashi, the number 6. Masaki Goto next to him. He was very, very important as well for Japan, especially in terms of positioning. Futo Nagamori receiving the silver medal now. Next to him is Kento Tori, the number 11. Kaito Niwa, the number 12, will be receiving his medal after the number 7, Akihito Tanaka. Congratulations, Japan. They made the trip to Brazil and made their country proud, reaching the final and putting up a tough battle against the Brazilians. The Brazilians suffered. The Brazilians did not have an easy time beating Japan 2-0. It was a tough match all the way till the final 6 seconds. That's when Thiago Silva scored Brazil's second goal. Congratulations, Japan. Coaches and staff receiving the silver medal. And one of the staff members there with the GoPro strapped on to record everything from that up close and personal point of view. Now it's time for Japan to pose for the picture. Kinya Izumi, the backup goalkeeper, making sure everyone is in the right place. He's on one side, Daisuke Sato on the other. The players right in front of the staff. Argentina received the bronze medal, Japan the silver medal. So you know what that means. There's only one medal left, the gold medal. Brazil will be receiving it very, very shortly, and the fans have been waiting for this moment. When the competition started on Tuesday, many, many fans said, we want Brazil in the final. Brazil made it to the final and won the game. Pedro Figueiredo now will now be getting things started for Brazil to receive the gold medal, the medalha de ouro. That's how we say gold medal in Portuguese. It's now time for Brazil to take center stage. And here they come. Brazil led by the backup goalkeeper, Matheus Costa. Behind him, Cássio Reis, Maicon Júnior, Nonato. With the golden boot trophy in hand, behind him, Jonathan, the number 7. And then in that second group of players, we have Luan, Aleph, Anael, Jardiel, and Thiago Silva. Fábio Vasconcelos, Edson Júnior, his staff there as well, alongside Ricardinho, who couldn't play the competition because he was injured. He's the best blind football player in the world, and you can expect to see him at the World Cup in August in Birmingham, England. He will be there. That's certainly the goal. Brazil receiving the gold medal. Congratulations to the Brazilians. Back-to-back Grand Prix champs. 34 titles in blind football for the Brasileiros. 5 Paralympic gold medals. 5 World Cup titles. 6 Copa America trophies. They are a force to be reckoned with in the sport. Jardiel now receiving the gold medal, he who had 2 goals to his name in the competition. And there's the hero in the final, Thiago Silva, excellent defensively, scoring the second goal with 6 seconds on the clock. Ricardinho picks up his medal as well. And there's Edson Jr., arguably the best blind football guide in the world. Fábio Vasconcelos, arguably the best head coach in the world. His staff picking up the gold medals as well. Congratulations, Brazil. And there's the trophy. They will be lifting any minute now. First, they have to pose for the picture.
Wishing you a safe return home until our next event. E antes do último evento para a entrega do troféu, a CBDV e a IBSA agradecem a presença e a participação de todos, desejando um bom retorno a casa até ao próximo evento que tenha tanto sucesso como ele.
To all of the teams as they return to their home countries or wherever they're going after this. And there's the trophy. Look at how beautiful it is. This lovely volunteer is going to hand it to Brazil's captain, Luan. Congratulations, Brazil. Luan lifts the International Blind Sports Federation Blind Football World Grand Prix. Brazil have done it before their home fans on their home turf. A perfect campaign from the Brazilians with 5 wins in 5 matches, 14 goals scored, and just 1 conceded. Brazil were extraordinary. They have been. And they are a force to be reckoned with in the sport. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Brazil are a team to fear, not only in men's professional football, but in blind football as well. You can expect to see him at the Pan American Games in November in Chile, at the World Cup in August, and most certainly at the Paralympic Games in Paris 2024. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the last IBSA broadcast. It was certainly a pleasure having you here with us from wherever you watched us around the globe. And we'll see you right back here on the YouTube channel for the upcoming events. So take care and have a wonderful rest of your Saturday.